You've probably heard whispers about it, but here's the truth: the global banking system is about to go fully live with ISO 20022 next month. This isn't some distant goal or speculative announcement. It's the moment when major banks around the world, holding trillions in assets, flip the switch on an entirely new financial framework. And if you're part of the Pi network community, this development could be one of the most significant milestones you'll ever witness. So, what does ISO 20022 really mean, and why does it matter for Pi? Let's break it down in simple terms. For decades, global banks have struggled to communicate effectively with one another. Every institution has its own way of sending and receiving payment messages, almost like each bank speaks a slightly different language. This disconnection has caused endless inefficiencies, payments that take days to clear, transactions that get lost, and compliance headaches that cost billions of dollars annually. ISO 20022 changes that entirely. It's a universal communication standard that allows every bank, payment processor, and financial platform to understand each other with precision. Instead of cryptic shortcodes, ISO 20022 uses rich, detailed messages, including information about invoices, payment reasons, and sender-receiver details, so nothing gets lost in translation. The result? Faster, cleaner, and more transparent transactions across the world. Now, here's where things get interesting. This upgrade isn't just about banks talking to banks. It's about creating a bridge between traditional finance and digital assets, and that's where Pi Network could come into play. Until now, most cryptocurrencies have existed in a separate ecosystem, somewhat isolated from mainstream banking. With ISO 20022 becoming the new global standard, that wall starts to crumble. Let's talk about the term Mainnet. In the crypto world, Mainnet is the stage when a blockchain becomes fully operational, no more test environments or simulations. It's when real transactions occur with real value. Think of it like a rehearsal finally turning into a live performance. For global banks, ISO 20022's Mainnet transition means their upgraded systems will start processing genuine, high-value payments using this new standard. No more trial runs, the system goes live, fully functional, and globally connected. So what does this mean for Pi holders and the broader Pi ecosystem? It means that the underlying financial rails, the infrastructure that allows digital currencies to connect with traditional money, are finally becoming real. For the first time, crypto networks like Pi could have a legitimate pathway to interact with the existing banking system without the technical and regulatory barriers that have always existed. When all banks start speaking the same language, errors and delays drop dramatically. That consistency makes it far easier for compliant cryptocurrencies to integrate smoothly. On top of that, the rich data carried in ISO 20022 transactions provides transparency that regulators and financial authorities have been demanding from the crypto world. Every transaction can clearly show its purpose, participants, and details, which helps build the trust and legitimacy digital currencies have struggled to earn. And that's just the beginning. Efficiency gains from this system are expected to be massive. When financial data becomes standardized and automation takes over, processing costs fall, reconciliation happens instantly, and payments settle in near real time. Suddenly, digital currencies don't just compete with traditional banking, they might actually outperform it in speed and cost. For the Pi community, which already spans millions of users around the world, the implications are huge. Imagine being able to transact across borders without friction, paying, trading, or sending value instantly, in a way that aligns perfectly with the new financial framework banks are adopting. That's not a far-off fantasy anymore. It's the direction the entire system is heading toward. This isn't empty hype, either. The banks are ready. The training is done. The infrastructure has been tested and certified. Over the past few years, financial institutions have invested billions modernizing their payment systems to meet this standard. What's coming next month isn't a maybe. It's the go-live moment, and it's happening worldwide. Now, for Pi Network, this is both a massive opportunity and a major test. The foundation is being laid globally, but whether Pi successfully connects to the system will depend on execution. Can the core team move fast enough, communicate transparently, and deliver on the promises that early pioneers have believed in for years? Because once the ISO 20022 mainnet goes live, everything changes, and being ready matters. If you're a business owner in the Pi ecosystem, this is the perfect time to start preparing. Talk to your financial institutions. Ask if they're ISO 20022 ready. Understand how your payment tools and digital systems will connect with this new environment. For individual Pi users, keep your expectations realistic but stay engaged. Watch what your banks announce over the next few weeks. You'll likely hear about faster international payments and new digital integration tools being rolled out quietly behind the scenes. And remember, Pi's advantage has always been its focus on accessibility, bringing digital currency to everyday people, not just institutions or investors. With this global shift in banking infrastructure, that mission becomes even more achievable. The pieces are aligning: modernized financial rails, regulatory compatibility, and a growing ecosystem of users ready to transact in the real world. Of course, none of this guarantees success. Pi Network still faces challenges, from delayed timelines to limited communication from the core team. Those issues have tested the patience of many pioneers. But the coming months could either restore confidence or confirm doubts. It all comes down to visibility, action, and tangible progress. People no longer just want promises, they want proof. This is a pivotal moment. If Pi can position itself alongside the ISO 20022 rollout, it could transform from a speculative project into a functioning digital currency with real-world utility. But if it hesitates too long, the momentum of global finance might simply pass it by. The world is modernizing rapidly, and innovation rewards those who move decisively. So as we move into this new phase of financial evolution, keep your eyes open and your mind balanced. Don't put all your hopes in one basket, but don't ignore what's happening either. The ISO 20022 transition is the biggest upgrade the financial world has seen in decades, and Pi's potential connection to it could determine its entire future. If this gave you new insight or a clearer picture of what's unfolding, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next few months are going to be critical for Pi Network and for the broader shift in digital finance. And if you want real-time updates and deeper analysis, follow me on Telegram and Facebook, links are in the description. The financial revolution isn't coming, it's already here. Whether Pi becomes a central player or just another bystander depends on what happens next. Stay alert, stay informed, and be ready for what's about to unfold.